What's up, guys? Welcome to Double Crown. You're watching the weekly episode called Double Crown Talk Time. My name's Matt. Richard is at work right now, so I'm flying solo for now. What we're going to talk about today is a cool little game that came out not too long ago, but is doing terribly in terms of sales. That game is Titanfall 2. You may have heard of it. Made by Respawn Entertainment, published by EA, put right between Battlefield 1 and Call of Duty. You may have seen reviews. Right now it has a 90 on Metacritic from critics and an 8.2 from users. Despite that, it's not doing too hot. EA has said that the sales are predicted to be about 1/4 of the original release right now, with a estimated total sales of 5 to 6 million. This is a little disappointing to me, mostly because the game, I think, is incredibly good. It's kind of a breath of fresh air in what's happening currently in games, first-person shooters aside. Mostly because Respawn has said that they're going to do free updates and DLC post-launch, which is kind of unheard of for an EA game. I think this game deserves your time and attention just as much as Battlefield 1, or if you're a Call of Duty person, that too. To preface that, I should say that I did not like the first game at all. Could have been the controller. Could be that I don't really like Xbox, but whatever. Didn't like the alpha or the beta demo on PSN as well. So I was a little reluctant to try the game because I didn't think it would be something for me. However, one of my friends rented it and said, "You really need to give this a shot." So I borrowed it from him, played through the campaign in one evening, and was blown away. Played the multiplayer the next day and thought it was incredible. So let's just go through what I thought about the different things. The campaign, I've got a pros and cons list here. The combat is extremely fast-paced with a really good combat flow. What I mean by that is if you played the 2016 Doom, it's very similar to that. It's a little less aggressive because your health regenerates, but if you have an aggressive playstyle like I do, you are kind of rewarded for kind of just going balls to the wall, just running in, killing everybody. It just feels really nice. To help with that, the game is pretty much locked at 60 frames per second on every platform, and they do that by lowering the resolution whenever it needs to be lower. As far as the campaign goes, the characters were interesting to me. The dynamic between the Titan and the main character was funny most of the time and touching at other times. As far as the story goes, the pacing was really good. It never felt like there was anything that was filler. It felt like everything was important. Everything that you were doing was for a purpose that they laid out for you. It was never like, go do this thing, you'll find out why later. Just do this because this, for this reason. And it really makes you want to go through and continue what you're doing. That also leads to problems in other ways. Mostly the campaign is pretty short. I think I finished it in around 5.5 hours playing on, I think it was hard. Not the highest difficulty, but one above normal. And the story was a little campy and predictable. But I don't really expect much out of first-person shooter campaigns. So it was nice. It was nice to have like a thought-out plot that was interesting in the same way that games like Singularity and Time Shift were, which you probably haven't played those because they were also under-the-radar games that did not do very well. The multiplayer, I played a handful of matches, maybe 4 or 5, and that I only stopped because I had to return the copy of the game. It's very fun. Fast pace, time to kill is super short. Kind of focuses on getting the drop on people rather than seeing someone, aiming, and shooting them until they're dead. You kind of have to, it's a little twitchy in that regard, where you have to be really fast, have fast reflexes to be able to do well. The objective-based game modes change things up. There's like a capture the point area that I favored. It was a lot of fun getting points that way and defending objectives, similar to, say, Conquest mode in Battlefield series. Multiplayer is still also 60 frames per second. There's different unlocks that are, it's really well paced. A lot of the gun unlocks are based on the kills that you have with a certain weapon. A lot of just the overall things are based on level. So the better you do, the faster you level up things. If you favor a gun, it levels that up better, faster as well, which is really nice. The skill ceiling also feels really high, mostly because the movement system is so complicated, and not in a bad way. It's complicated in the way that like you can run up the sides of buildings, jump off of those, and move around a lot faster. You can probably look up videos of people doing the tutorial obstacle course in incredibly fast times. It's similar movement like that make the game kind of take on a different light, where instead of just running down a corridor trying to shoot somebody, you have to start looking all around you, above you, making sure enemies aren't dropping in from above to kill you. As far as what's bad about the multiplayer, certain Titan classes are extremely overpowered versus other Titans and vehicles, namely Legion and Tone. It's like a chain gun dude and then a guy with a railgun sort of thing. Not like a sniper rifle, but just a regular railgun. They are very fast at taking out other Titans and vehicles, especially the escape aircraft at the end. Also, the skill ceiling may deter people from playing it that are beginners at first-person shooters, just because it is so twitchy and fast. You may not be very good at it at first, and if you don't stick with things, that's not going to change. Overall, I think this game needs more attention than it's getting. It's fantastic. I played through the campaign and the multiplayer and then decided to buy the game even after I had pretty much completed everything that you typically would, just because it's that fantastic, and I really respect what Respawn is doing in terms of their post-launch added content. I highly recommend that you check it out, take a look, see if it's something that you're interested in. If you know what Singularity and Time Shift are and you played those and enjoyed those, you're probably going to like this game. If you like Doom 2016, you're probably going to like this game. If you like the first Titanfall, you're probably going to like this game. It's just super unfortunate that EA put it out between two of the biggest first-person shooters of the year. Smacking it between Battlefield 1 and Call of Duty, especially since Battlefield 1 is EA's own game, was a terrible decision and kind of feels like it sent the game out to die. And I think that it deserves better, and you should play it. This has been an episode of Double Crown Talk Time. My name's Matt. You can find me on Twitter. I'm at _Matthew Creek. Richard, whenever he is not at work, can be found on Twitter at Nablith. Follow us for more. If you like what you saw, leave a comment. Tell me what you thought about Titanfall 2. Tell me if you care or not. If you liked the video, give a thumbs up. Subscribe for more. Thanks for watching.